Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who is listening in the podcast. It is Tuesday, September 24, 2024. I wanted to come here and speak about this, guys. But before I continue, I wanted to thank you to everybody who follows me on Spotify. Thank you so much to everybody who listens to Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Pandora. And of course, thank you so much to everybody who's watching this video right now on YouTube, and thank you for the new subscribers. So I wanted to come here, guys. I told you guys all the time, if you have a family in a nursing home, if you have a special needs kids that go to daycare or something like that, check on your people, okay? Show up unannounced. You don't have to announce yourself. Go beyond this, the people that tell you everything is fine, he's doing fine. Check, go unannounced, because we're living in crazy times right now. We know everything that's coming out for P. Diddy and all of that stuff, and a lot of celebrities being involved with a lot of the stuff that's coming to the surface now. We know not everything is as it seems, right? Let that be a lesson to all of us. We have to go beyond the flattery, beyond, it's fine, don't worry about it. Check on your people, especially if you have a parent in a nursing home who's nonverbal. Check any change behavior. Check how your family member gets when the person who's always there with them gets in the room. Is there any reaction? The same thing with the kids, right? When you have children, young children in daycare, see how they are in front of, the teacher. I do understand some kids, a lot of the times they misbehave when their parent shows up. But, it's always good to show up, unannounced. Oh yeah, I got off early from work. It was just a last minute thing. Just see what's going on, right? Get out of the routine a little bit. Even if you have to take time off from work to do that, you can, you can do that, because at the end of the day, that's your family member, that's your loved one. So I'm gonna tell you about a story. And that's the reason that I'm saying that, is that a teacher from Texas, I believe it was, from Texas, was accused of breaking the kindergarten finger, okay? A child left a school. The teacher broke off the finger of the child, a kindergarten student. That is crazy to me. Like, that tells you guys the state that we're living in right now. Okay, a lot of people are put into jobs and they don't go through, I don't know, like, I know anything can happen, but sometimes a lot of these organizations, they gotta go beyond the education and beyond the experience and find out how are these people reacting when they get upset, when they're angry, when they have a bad day at home, and they have to come to these workplaces and deal with people with special needs. It could be at a daycare with special needs school. It could be at a nursing home with, with people who need attention, who are nonverbal. So there's a lot of, I think a lot of the school need to start doing a lot of training. There's a lot of stuff, especially from the school, that are coming to the surface. There's no, who's checking on these teachers to see if they're actually doing a good job, right? It's almost like they get hired. Not everybody, obviously. Okay, I'm not bashing at all any teachers, but from what I'm seeing lately, a lot of these cases, it tells you like who's overseeing this. The same thing with daycares. I had come and make some stories about some daycares that are been in the news lately for either like scaring the children when it was mealtime. Like, who does that? Who wants to be ready for lunch and be scared throughout the entire lunch? I think that happened last year, probably around this time, right before Halloween. A bunch of daycare workers dressing up with masks while they're giving the children their meal. And there's also like recording, a lot of recording being done. It's like your child is given to them, and they're being paid to take care of them while you go to work to earn a living. It's not for them to take away their privacy and to do any harm to them. If anything, should be the complete opposite, right? But it's almost like I said, who's overseeing a lot of these daycares, a lot of these schools, that things like this keep on happening. In this case, guys, I'm going to tell you briefly, a Um, of course, I can't pronounce the name of the school, but it says a Pleasureville's elementary school teacher broke multiple fingers of her kindergartner, as the parents said. The teacher was arrested by police on September 18 and charged with injuring a child. It says here that the arrest affidavit says surveillance footage from the day of the injury show Merrill left had left her arm around the child's shoulder and led him outside by the right hand. It reads, Merrill looked to be upset. Merrill released the child victim and he solemnly walked along the fence. The paperwork said two teachers said Merrill told them the child hit her and kicked her, but this was not seen on the surveillance video. That's another thing. I'm gonna make a parenthesis here. Here's the thing, though. There's a lot of people dealing with anger problems, and you can see that in a normal day, right? People don't like to wait in line, right? They're so impatient. They're impatient even like if you go to like a big chain store, like even finding parking, driving, right? Like, I don't understand. Like, I always say this on a Sunday when people usually are more calm, you still see people like almost like running you off the road. Like, oh my goodness, really? It's a Sunday, like, calm down. Like, it's just the anger management. Like, people are dealing with a lot with anger. I know like we are living through hard times. There's a lot happening. The economy is not good. We're almost doing election. No excuse whatsoever. I think what I'm saying is that as we get closer to the second coming of Christ, the Bible says the love of many will grow cold. We see it. We see all these people in big positions just, not being able to control their temper. Regardless if there's camera, like nobody cares anymore about cameras. It's so crazy, but let me just give you more of the story about this teacher, right? The teacher is facing an injury to a child charge after reportedly fracturing two fingers of a 5-year-old student with autism, right? So a special needs kid, right? The court document identified the teacher as Mackenzie Merrill, 31 years old. Booking records show Merrill was booked into the Travis County Jail and also released Wednesday morning, and there was no attorney information listed for her. They say the teacher had worked in the district since August of 2023, and the incident happened just this September 4th, right? The elementary school was reported to the Texas Education Agency, and they say they have received a report on September 11. It says here, we were informed by a fellow parent that there was an unfortunate incident where a student was injured during the school day, allegedly by a teacher. As soon as we were informed of this, we contacted the police and the administration, and the teacher was immediately placed on leave. While we conducted a tour of investigation, I want to reassure you that the teacher is no longer employed by the district. Campus staff have contacted all parents of students in the classroom. According to the affidavit, the investigation was carried out by the police. They say they met with the parents of the child and school leaders on September the 5th, where the parents explained that the child said, Miss Merrill broke his finger. I mean, what a trauma this kid is facing now. Like, how do you bring this child back to school, right? The child said, Miss Merrill broke his finger. The parent took him to the hospital where it was discovered 2 fingers were fractured, okay? Police reviewed the surveillance footage from the day of the incidents around 10:30 in the morning. An interaction between Merrill and the child where Merrill had left her arm around the student's shoulder and led him outside by his right hand. It says here, according to the affidavit, police saw on the video that as Merrill led the child outside, by his right hand. They stopped to speak, and Merrill, the teacher, looked so upset. Then Merrill releases the child and solemnly walks along the fence. And then she just went to another bench and spoke to another teacher. So I saw an interview where the parents are talking about it and how devastating it must have been for the parents, right? You think you're at work and you're like, oh, my kid is being taken care of, everything's gonna be fine. I'm just, going to work, to provide for my family, and then you get a call like this, and your child, right? I think it was the child who told the parents, like, that's crazy. Such a negligence, such a, in my eyes, that's a crime. Like, you're a teacher being entrusted to take care of a kid, especially with a child with autism, right? And you're gonna lose your patience and even your human nature to, like, man, am I holding his hand too tight here, or something? Like, if a child does something wrong and it's a difficult child, like, speak with a parent about it, right? That's the thing, guys. I tell you all the time. There are people who are dealing with a lot of anger problems. They cannot control themselves. Unfortunately, these people are in positions, right? So, like I said, if you have a bad feeling about something, just come off your routine a little bit, show up unannounced, and then speak, see any change in behavior from, anybody, like I told you, somebody that you have in daycare, one of your children, or like a parent in a nursing home, or anything, right? So change in behavior, look how they try to avoid certain teachers sometimes, so all of that stuff. But keep that family in your prayers, and hopefully, this child can, overcome this trauma, soon enough. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much for listening in the podcast. Have a good day. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And if you want to know more about me, you can visit my website, julissadesigns.com. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.